In the meantime, we've told you about the 20,000 or so ballots being rescanned in Fairfax County.
Yeah, our Colby Satterfield tracked down Fairfax County leaders to get answers about what's going on there. Colby joins us live now with some answers. Hey, Colby, what are you learning?
Hey, yeah, we just got an update as to exactly why those 20,000 ballots are being recounted. It comes down to thumb drives. Thumb drives were corrupted that were in 4 voting machines that people had put those ballots or votes on, and then whenever they went to calculate it, they were corrupted. But they said they did have the paper ballots as well. That's what they're doing right now. We just were able to go and get a look at what exactly is going on. And they now have tabulated about 7,100 ballots. Now they're rescanned the ballots. Now these were from early voting precincts. So these were the early votes. They were trying to get those early votes out early. So they noticed this early. Fairfax County officials are saying this is a kink, but things are still good. They reiterated confidence in this system and also are calling, mentioned false information that's been out there. He says that's not true. You cannot trust it. He is stressing that people can trust the numbers that are being posted right now. They're going through redoing those. He says they've already recorded almost 300,000 votes, but again, they noticed around roughly 20,000 votes that were corrupted because of those media corruption thumb drives, but they are rescanning the paper ballots. I asked him specifically about that. You can take a listen right here. So the technological issue that happened rectified it by using the backup paper ballots, which are being counted as we speak?
Yeah, and actually that's a very good point. Let me point out that the whole purpose of having paper ballots is to be able to do this. Okay, this is the permanent record of the vote. This is a success story for why it's a good idea to have paper ballots. Because if the electronic media from your first attempt to scan and read the ballots fails for whatever reason, or you have some reason to lack confidence in it, you can always rescan them. That's the whole point. So this is showing how this all paper ballot movement is really a good, secure practice and how it works in reality.
Can you talk?
Again, Fairfax County officials are now recounting roughly 20,000 paper ballots after there were issues with thumb drives from 4 early voting machines. But again, there was a 2-way authentication factor, if you will, to make sure those votes are counted. And they also have the system down to where they could see when and where the issue was and then correlate it with those paper ballots. So they are calling for people to not have distrust in what's going on, but to have confidence. And the fact that they could get this figured out so fast and pinpoint exactly what the issue was and where, people should have trust in the system. They are calculating those right now. At last check, they had roughly 7,100 rebalanced and rechecked. I'm live in Fairfax County. Colby Satterfield, WUSA 9.
All right, Colby, thank you so much. It really does speak to the safety of the system, right? I mean, for months, we've heard about these issues about people kind of making up these conspiracy theories that the election would be rigged in some way. And what we have are career government employees and volunteers that are working to make sure that these elections are safe. And as Colby mentioned, when we have an issue, they fix it, they tell you about it, and they make the correction.
They're being transparent about this process, which is key. And they knew this was going to come with, questions about election integrity or voting integrity a little early on in the process. They wanted to make sure they had every measure in place to show the receipts, if you will, and show what's working and what's not.
All right, Colby, thank you so much. We have